Welcome back to Closing Trade. We also have joining us Shivangi Sharda as well. Shivangi, hi. Consolidation phase is continuing for the last few weeks. Where do you see the Nifty today, especially on the expiry day?
Very good afternoon. So we've seen, of course, today is the monthly expiry for the pack, and of course, we're heading into the first monthly expiry after the CAS has been implemented. So some sort of volatile cues could be expected towards the end of the day. But overall, we've seen that Nifty has been quite, volatile within a very small band since the opening tick. And even though there is support based buying, but somewhere we need a strong short covering trigger for Nifty to hold above the key levels. 24,200 is an important level. If the index manages to cross and hold above the same, then we could expect a good amount of buying to commence from here. But of course, supports can be seen at 24,100, which will be important to watch out.
And how do you look at the Nifty Bank?
Talking about the Nifty Bank, of course, this one is a bit stronger as compared to the broader market, and we've seen that some of the PSU banking names have outperformed and holding strength for this one, even though it is off the day's high, a few points, but overall, this is much more stable as compared to the broader market because, of course, the broader market is driven by the uh, weakness in IT and the strength in metal, but Bank Nifty has been purely driven by the smaller banking names today. Overall, we've seen that it has consolidated in a very tight band from the last 4 weeks, and August series is kind of ending on a very flat note itself. It's just up by merely 1%. So overall, expecting some bit of range bound move to continue here. 57 250 would be an important support level, immediate level. And the next resistance that we can see is at around about 58,000.
Okay. Shivangi, top picks for today's trade?
So, on the stock side, I've identified Paytm, which has given a consolidation breakout, one of the strongest counters, and from the last 10 weeks, it has, beautifully shifted its pace quite higher. Volumes have been above average this entire month, and we've seen that any small declines have been converted into buying. So definitely Paytm is one stock which is looking quite positive. And we've seen that, despite the market volatility, this stock has remained quite resilient and strong. We're looking at the next targets of around about 1800 levels and with a support zone of 1670 zones.
Okay.
Shivangi, do you expect a strong rollover happening, especially investors rolling over their short positions to the next series? We've already seen a
So
Nifty rollover of nearly 68%.
So yes, of course, the rollover is slightly lower than the previous rollover, which was around about at 72%. But of course, this is indicative, and we are seeing that. Of course, there's a lot of uncertainty around how the CAS is going to, come into play for the monthly expiry. But overall, people have looked into the longer term picture because of this implementation. But overall, we are seeing that the roll cost has been significantly towards the tilt of the buyers, and we are seeing quite a lot of people rolling over on the long side. So should be a good rollover, but of course in line with slightly lower than the 3 month average, in line with the previous month.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the Nifty, uh, basically the rollover spread, 163 points spread between first month and the second month. Is that a higher spread for at this point?
At this point, yes, definitely slightly, a bit higher. We've seen that Bank Nifty rolls are also slightly higher this series.
Okay, we'll slip in a very short break, continue conversation on the other side. That's the take with regard to some of the buzzers in trade at this hour. Let me also bring on board Devarsh Vakil. He is with us of HDFC Securities. Shivangi, of course, continues to be with us. Devarsh, I wonder if any of these insurance companies, let me start with that, start making it to the list. Growth is strong. Stock moves have been sideways for multiple years now. What next? What's keeping this entire sector under pressure in your view, and does it turn around?
So, if you recollect, the move earlier was quite aggressive. Valuation had built in a lot of growth, which hasn't come through. But I think, as you mentioned, these stocks have now started appearing on our screeners in a valuation which is quite attractive. In fact, our company has come out with recently on the 1st of August, some of the stocks like Niva Bupa, LIC, and SBI Life with a buy rating, ICICI Lombard. So there are some stocks which are now appearing quite attractive, where we see about 20 to 25% kind of upside depending upon the different stocks available in these individual stocks. So as you mentioned, after quite a bit of underperformance, they are now looking attractive.
And Shivangi, how are some of these looking on charts to you?
Yes, of course, looking at the entire metal pack, we've seen that overall there is a lot of action today. And, sale is one counter which has seen a lot of OI shedding on the short side on an expiry to expiry basis. But overall, the kind of, pullback move from the lower levels have been quite strong. And yes, these could definitely be kept on radar.
From the metals pack, Devarsh, would any of these interest you? Would you like ferrous, non-ferrous? How are you playing it?
So overall theme continues to be of these are internationally these are dollar denominated metals. So obviously we as the dollar weakens, there is a room for them to perform. But we had gone quite aggressively long on them or bullish on them around last November or so. From those levels, they have certainly run up, and now companies like non-ferrous company Hindustan Copper, where we have OFS or National Aluminium, are trading much beyond our intended targets. So though the international prices are strong and they are likely to come through for their earnings, we will wait for better entry points for non-ferrous side. The steel or the ferrous is looking at interesting, but currently I don't have any stocks under coverage, so I won't be able to speak. But they are looking attractive. We are looking to attractively add coverage there.
Okay, so that's the take. Just quickly looking through some names, and Hindustan Copper really stands out. 7% lower on this one. Opportunity to buy, you reckon, Kunal?
So yeah, I think at current levels, 7-8% down for the stock. It's a good price point to initiate a buy in Hindustan Copper. And the only reason for that, of course, is because what's happening to the base asset classes. You've seen gold, silver, copper, etc. These asset classes have done reasonably well. They seem to be coming back into their after 5-6 months of price correction. So it looks like that I think this 6-7% dip on Hindustan Copper should be a good opportunity to buy into. If you look at the indicative price, Kunal, 516 is the indicative price for the OFS which is coming in. Floor price is 514 and it's fully subscribed at the total demand is 1.9 times, but 100% margin money is 1.13, so fully subscribed now. So we normally see that when there's a steep discount which is coming in, the stock falls on one day and the second day it comes back. It bounces back. So this could be one other case where when retail start buying, seeing the opportunity, they may go up. Yeah, and we also look at the buffer. So the buffer is 515, 516 approximately. Yeah. Give or take, the current price is 535. So which means you're looking at another 4% down as the floor for the stock in the near term. So that's why I would believe that the current dip could be a good buying opportunity for traders who are waiting out for the stock in terms of buying the stock on dips.
Okay, Devarsh, I wonder whether you have a view. Hindustan Copper in particular at 536 rupees a piece. Should a viewer go long at this point in time? Is this an opportunity, both tactical but even from a medium to long term perspective?
Tactical, yes, there is an opportunity, as my colleague mentioned, because of technical factors, stock has corrected. The fundamental valuation, I'll be more comfortable around 330, 340 kind of, sorry, 420, 430 kind of levels. From there, it has run up. Right now, it's 530 or so. So, valuation doesn't give me that much comfort here. And that's why, for a longer term investors, I would wait out because we had started coverage in November 25. From there, those level it has run up a lot. So I wait for dip to go for a longer term investments. Metals across the board have done really well. I think we should wait for better levels before initiating long term investments.
Just probably wait for dips. I think that's Devarsh's call. But Shivangi, let me come straight to you. We've seen a bit of a spike on the Nifty. We've turned back into the green and turned back quite swiftly into the green. Give us a sense what's playing out, and can this sustain, or is this just expiry day moves or pre-moves, if I can call it that? What's playing out?
Yes, quite aggressively. We've seen that in the last 10 minutes, as we speak, Nifty has kind of moved quite significantly. And we are now, at the 24,250 mark, which is, again, above the important immediate resistances for the day. We are yet to cross the previous day's high, of course, but overall good comeback. And the closing, for this one would be very crucial to decide the next series and the next outlook. We've been making, three dojis from the last three series on an expiry to expiry basis chart. So there's indecisiveness, but at the same time there is support-based buying with lack of follow-up action at the higher zone. So we need a fresh trigger of buying above 24,250 for this to sustain. But of course, at these levels, the kind of closing that we're heading into, if it holds at these levels, is quite positive for the Nifty index.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shivangi, for that perspective. We'll let you go. Thanks for all of the views.